Right, tell me about Arsenal. Is Arsenal like really good or really bad right now? They're in a bad position right now, right? I've seen people like compare Arsenal with like Newcastle, like Nottingham Forest and all that. And then it's like I see like that is quite a fair comparison because Forest were huge back in the day. Then they're now in the championship club.
Yeah,
Then same with
kinda like kinda like Leeds,
yeah
like
Leeds,
among those kind of people as
yeah
well.
Leeds, Newcastle as
Leeds,
well. Blackburn Rovers was the one that won the like first few Premier League.
oh,
Yeah, back in the day. There was like Blackburn Rovers who we never thought who like back in the day people never have thought that they would get relegated after having players like Alan Shearer and then winning the title in a close race
hmm
by the way against Manchester United.
yeah, it was back in the day.
Yeah, then people couldn't believe that Blackburn Rovers would have ever get relegated. On a serious note, can Arsenal actually get relegated? Do you think so?
Yeah, I don't. Obviously, I see it coming because Ray Parlour, Arsenal legend, even thinks that Arsenal right now can get relegated. At the start of the 2000 of the year that Leicester won, you wouldn't think that Leicester would win the Premier League.
Yeah, Leicester Winning League, no one would have thought that. So like there have been crazier things that happen, but this might even be crazier than Leicester winning the league, honestly, because Arsenal, if I'm not wrong, Arsenal have never been relegated from the top flight, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah, this is somewhat true because Arsenal had never been relegated for over 100 years. When they were relegated over 100 years ago, when they were in second division, World War One started, and after World War One ended and football was able to be played again, then Arsenal were back up to the first division. No matter like how much banter there have been caused on them, they are they are a big club. They have to know how to get out of this. They have to have the mentality to be able to do it.
but
But think about it
I
again.
mean, at this point, at this point in time, they are not getting out of this anytime soon.
Arsenal recently lost to in the Carabao Cup against Man City.
Yeah,
They
Brighton.
they have they have to face against Benfica in the Europa League, and then their next few Premier League fixtures are Chelsea, which is they might not get points from it, but they have easy points up from after that. They have Brighton, and then they have other bottom half teams, which they need to get points off. Like maybe the reason why Arsenal is 15th is because they face against with all the other teams at the top of the table. But then again, they have lost against teams lower than them. They've lost against Burnley. Arsenal's last 10 games they've lost or drawn last 10 games except for once. And you know that one team that Arsenal won against.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which I think it is the worst season. It is the worst loss.
Yeah, Manchester
As to
United's
compare
worst loss
to
of the season.
Yeah. I would think that that's the worst loss for me. Yeah.
Like on a real note, not even like joking, I think that is definitely Manchester United's worst loss of the season. What's the problem with Arsenal? Like, is it the players? Is it the manager? What do they need to do?
I think mostly down to squeezing out players who can actually make a difference.
Oh yes, yeah. Mesut Ozil, completely
For me,
forgot
that's
about
the
that.
biggest factor.
Yeah,
It's not that Mesut Ozil, bro. It's Saliba, there is Guendouzi.
yeah,
They let go so many of the like old timers such as like Monreal, who still get in this team by the way,
yeah,
and Santi Cazorla. I mean, Santi Cazorla was like injured and shit.
yeah.
That
Like
aside,
Arsenal from like 4 years ago would be
yeah,
able players would be able to get into the team. Even now, not even like let's say, not even in that time. Like let's say Alexis Sanchez in his peak, Alexis Sanchez now will be able to get in this team. Like let's say Laurent Koscielny as well, an actual leader, unlike Xhaka or
yeah, and
Aubameyang. I mean, there are also like a lot of other things, not just like Mikel
yeah,
Arteta freezing our players and like the drive of the current players that are actually playing, but also like that. I think the owners. I think there's like
yeah.
some backlash with the owners as well.
There is so many things uncertain about Arsenal that is like you don't know who to blame. To be honest,
Yeah,
you
like it's
could
almost
blame
like
anyone,
it's almost like
but
anyone and everyone is to blame. People will say that Arsenal like you some would feel sorry for the fans that they are now the banter FC. I honestly do not. I don't feel any sympathy if they get relegated, right? Which they have a possibility of, and it'll probably be the most craziest headline of the season and over the next decade. Arsenal fans, right? They wanted Wenger out of the club for like the most of the 2010s. Wenger did transform Arsenal, and yes, Arsenal fans were grateful. Obviously, once Wenger left, they were grateful, but they were they literally like almost, I would say, essentially peer pressuring him out of the club. I would say, like it's not even like not even like when they were like doing badly and then going to the Europa League spots. It was when they weren't even challenging for titles, when they were just finishing fourth place every single time, right? Whenever they just finish fourth place every single time, they were complaining that they weren't getting titles and they were just getting fourth place and all that. Then now yeah, look
I
at that.
don't. Yeah.
I'm not sure what's your main source of like football, like football memes and all that, news and all that, right? But I scroll through Instagram a lot and all that. Then I've seen like pages where like they don't feel bad for Arsenal if they ever get relegated or they're having a bad string of results, is because of how they've frozen out players like in such fashion. Like the Ozil one is the biggest headline, obviously. There are players like Saliba and Guendouzi, but the main story is that Ozil was frozen out
Yeah,
just
of
because he was
course.
talking about politics.
Honestly, I don't know, man. Like, I see Arsenal fans blaming. I'm like, are you sure it's his fault? Like, I see people blaming Ozil. I'm like, why? Why are you blaming
They
Ozil?
actually blame Ozil.
Yeah, I've seen people blame Ozil.